you wrapped around her fingers. She's not scared about making your spine shiver. She's a savage, causing damage. Way up in the clouds, yeah. Better put your guard up before you get let down. Better know when to stop. She's a heartbreaker, a little dangerous, running through your mind with a razor. You might not see how she plays with your heart. She's a heartbreaker, a heartbreaker. When you're up at night, busy with overthinking, she'll be going out looking for her next victim. She's a player, out to play ya. Take some one by one, yeah. Better put your guard up before you get let down. Better know when to stop. She's a heartbreaker, a little dangerous, running through your mind with a razor. You might not see how she plays with your heart. She's a heartbreaker, a heartbreaker. Better put your guard up before you get let down. Better know when to stop.
She's a savage, savage.
She's a heartbreaker, a little dangerous, running through your mind with a razor. You might not see how she plays with your heart. She's a heartbreaker, a heartbreaker.
She's a savage, savage. She's a savage, savage.
Way up in the clouds, got you wrapped around her fingers. She's not scared about making your spine shiver. She's a savage, causing damage. Way up in the clouds, yeah. Better put your guard up before you get let down. Better know when to stop. She's a heartbreaker, a little dangerous, running through your mind with a razor. You might not see how she plays with your heart. She's a heartbreaker, a heartbreaker. When you're up at night, busy with overthinking, she'll be going out looking for her next victim. She's a player, out to play ya. Take some one by one, yeah. Better put your guard up before you get let down. Better know when to stop. She's a heartbreaker, a little dangerous, running through your mind with a razor. You might not see how she plays with your heart. She's a heartbreaker, a heartbreaker. Better put your guard up before you get let down. Better know when to stop.
She's a savage, savage.
She's a heartbreaker, a little dangerous, running through your mind with a razor. You might not see how she plays with your heart. She's a heartbreaker, a heartbreaker.
She's a savage, savage. She's a savage,
watch her wrap around her fingers. She's not scared about making your spine shiver. She's a savage, causing damage. Way up in the clouds, yeah. Better put your guard up before you get let down. Better know when to stop. She's a heartbreaker, a little dangerous, running through your mind with a razor. You might not see how she plays with your.
Oh my word, a queue full already. Ah, I am running so late. You guys are going to see how I go about tuning myself in. Well, not really, but I broke a nail just before going live. Oh, hopefully the sound's okay. Evelyn, horse-drawn portrait, ghostling, sinful, Scorpio, Charlie, and Jack Your Cork. Welcome in. It's not a rest in peace nail. Seriously, I don't let anyone touch my nails but me. And I broke my thumbnail ages ago, trying to work out which way to turn it. And just on the end here, there's a really sharp bit. But I haven't even had my pre-stream cigarette. So if you've got any spiritual questions, feel free to ask them, because I'm not even going to do my opening prayer yet. It's one of those, no makeup either. So, au naturel me, no bling, no nothing. And no, I didn't stub my toe getting out of bed or anything that scary. Oh, thank you, Evelyn. It wasn't anything that scary. You don't smoke anymore. Yes, Jack Your Cork, you are so right. You're looking at about $50 a packet. Yeah, $50. It's now about $60. It's now about $60, but I do roll my own. But you've got to think also, the Australian minimum wage is nearly $30 an hour. So put it into perspective with what the minimum wage is. It is why Australians don't tend to tip, because our minimum wage is so high that it's a livable wage. But yes, I started rolling my own. I'm not good at it, but it's cheaper. And I haven't even, it's like 2:30 here in Australia, in Melbourne, Victoria. And I haven't even had lunch. That's how crazy my day has been. It's been insane. And yeah, really hard to do on the beach. I get that. I get the joke, but seriously, there are people that do smoke on the beach. And I can tell you I probably did once in my life or twice. But I actually think children are playing there. I'm not lighting up around kids. Adults can move away. Children are there enjoying. And we do have free beaches. So, you know, you put the cost of living in perspective. And we are still one of the most... It has changed, but we were one of the most equal countries, but it has really changed. I would say in the last 5 years. Yeah, don't you love that, Jack York? I can go on a 15-minute car drive and be in a part of Victoria where there is hardly another human being. It's changing a lot. So, Jack York, just be aware that the urban sprawl has happened Australia-wide. And even in what I used to regard as rural towns, they are just... The building craze here is crazy. Yeah, pristine white sand, clear blue water, all to yourself. If you know where to go, it's really good here in Victoria. As I said, it's probably about... I would say it's a 20-minute drive from where I am. I can go to a beach that's deserted. White sand. The water is fantastic. You do have to be careful. We have blue box jellyfish that do come close to the shorelines. So you've got to think ahead, prepare ahead. Take vinegar with you. We do have blue box jellyfish that come quite close to the shorelines. We have other creatures that come close to the shorelines. Just in recent times, there was a shark attack and it was a tourist that was killed. Sharks do love Australian waters and they are a predatory animal. If we invade their space, of course they're going to get angry. Okay. Of course they're going to get angry. I think it happened in Western Australia actually. I'm not sure where, but I do know it was a tourist. And one tourist passed away and one tourist was hospitalised. So if you are coming to Australia, make sure you actually check marine alerts. If you're going to the beach, just check the marine alerts. Our marine alerts page is actually quite helpful. It will tell you whether there's jellyfish, sea snakes or sharks in the area where you're planning to swim. We're in the second day of summer and can you believe it? It's 16 degrees Celsius. I'm in long sleeves. Karen in long sleeves during summer is unheard of. But the global weather patterns are crazy, and that's global. So, of course, it's going to impact Australia. Someone in the UK told me they had their warmest day for this time of year. So, we might be turning the world upside down, who knows? The land down under may not be so down under. But you all get to see how because I'm running about half an hour late, I thought I'd go live on time, but I'm running about half an hour late. It's almost 3 o'clock and I haven't had anything for my lunch. Dealing with confusing text messages, so I'm not sure whether I'm getting help today or not. That'll be a surprise, won't it? And it's not a good physical day for me. I have those days where my legs cooperate better than others. Yesterday, I took a breath in, sucked it up, and wheeled my bin down my 10-metre driveway. And that was about all the physical activity I did for the day. And I shock myself sometimes, because sometimes when you're going through a bad time, just take a really deep breath, tell yourself you've got this, and just do it. Or as I say, have a Nike moment. Because at times life throws us curveballs where nothing adds up. It's like, seriously, I should not be the way I am. I'm blaming it on the weather. And hands up all those that know barometric pressure can impact the body. So when you're looking at weather charts, etc., also have a look at the barometric pressure. Because if you're struggling through a day like your feet are stuck in mud, it may be a barometric pressure issue. So you can just blame the weather, curse the weather all day and keep going. But there's a lot of things that science are a bit slow on picking up on. So I'm going to, and suspicious username, you came in again and the queue's full. I'm just going to move Horse Drawn Portrait to live because I do boost subs. And I think Horse Drawn Portrait, you missed out on the last boost, didn't you? But yes, this is me running late. And as I said, it's 2:45 in the PM here, and I haven't had lunch. So you're going to have to be kind and bear with me. Oh, yes, I did try the coffee flavoured vape, Scorpio. A friend of mine at poker said, oh, you got to try this. It's coffee vape. I had one puff of it and said, oh, that's combining two of my addictions into one. That thing would never leave my mouth. So, yes, if I was going to vape, it'd probably be the vape I'd go for. But it wouldn't last very long. Combining my two addictions? You got to be kidding me. Now, Karen, eat some apple. Now I know why my guide was so insistent. Excuse me for talking with my mouth full. I've got a red apple at the moment. It's one of the great things about Australia is pretty much we get fruit of any kind all year round because somewhere in Australia they're growing them because it's that fruit season. And don't forget the native Australians, our Aboriginal community. They have their own fruits. And if ever you've been to Australia and tried a finger lime, you will know what I mean. It is beautiful. It's got the same vitamin and mineral content as citrus and the same fibre content as apple. And you can get them, there's red finger limes, there's yellow finger limes, there's green finger limes, and it's like pomegranate pops, but citrus. And this time of year, it's saltbush, which is a native Australian plant. Part of the succulent family, so it can be grown worldwide. But salt bush is actually used in salad, so you don't need salt. And it's got this... I'm just trying to think what it's like in terms of worldwide cuisine. Yeah, cross between an apple and cabbage. The texture. Well, there you go, horse-drawn portrait. It is a succulent, I do believe. It will grow worldwide. A lot of people use it as an ornamental plant, but it can be eaten. Now, let's see. If my helper does arrive, I may have to stop halfway through horse-drawn portrait. But my guide was insistent on me using the Arcanum deck for the first read. And I sort of know why. There we are. I sort of know why. So, horse-drawn portrait. I feel as if you may have had a last-minute invitation to something. Like, seriously last minute. And you're thinking, I don't want to be an afterthought. Can you relate to this horse-drawn portrait? I haven't done the prayer. Duh. Okay. That sorts that one out. See, when I get all higgledy-piggledy, I really get higgledy-piggledy. Divine Spirit, I pray that all are lifted out of the clouds into the sunshine and promise of hope. That freedom, peace, acceptance and understanding become a valuable currency with abundance for all. O Divine Spirit, I pray that the works in this stream delivers evidence of the eternity of the human spirit, flowing into faith that our combined prayers are limitless. Amen. Okay, so horse-drawn portrait, can you understand getting a last-minute invitation to something? I feel it's like a 5-day notice. Last minute. Okay. Just be aware of it, because I'm getting the insistence from my guide that it's important you go. You'll feel like an afterthought, but it's important you rock up. Yeah, King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Important you rock up. Okay, I feel there's been news on the job front. Not exactly what you were hoping for, but I feel there is news. Yeah, rock up. Even if you feel like you're a last-minute afterthought, rock up. But there's news on the job front. I feel it may require you to travel, and that is the... I want to say that's the thorn on your rose. Then maybe my guide is in... Okay. High Priestess card is the next card out. My guide is insisting on these. Even though you're saying no, my guide's like, keep going, keep going, keep going. I feel as if you were asked to travel, you would turn it down because either there's no vehicle to transport you, or no, it's not that you have an empty life. It's like this, like the invitation coming up. I feel as if this could be a job presenting itself or being offered to you, but there's travel involved. Either there's no vehicle to transport you, or you feel the travel isn't worth it. As I said, it is like the thorn on your rose. And look at it that way. I grow roses, well, I do love the roses, but I love the fact that something so prickly and horrible can produce such beautiful blooms. Okay, I am getting a helper today, so bear with me. eating an apple while I'm streaming, so I haven't even had lunch. Here's that. Here's that. Sorry. Yes, they can hear you. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Horse-drawn portrait. I'm just seeing the chat that's been going on. And yes, I do like that. But then you become like me. I actually used my house as a blank canvas and filled it with things that cheer me up. And now I've just got dust collectors. But I do feel, horse-drawn portrait, that you're Yeah, you would turn down a job if it involved travel. That's why it's come up. Hello again. But I feel as if you would turn down a job if it involved travel. And what I want to say is that you would be turning down a rose. So you would be turning down something brilliant because of one thorn. There you go. 10 of Pentacles. Seriously, I even went away from the read and it's coming up. Because what I'm describing, it sort of sounds like a nightmare but a dream. It's like it's something you want, but you don't want the travel. Yeah, you don't want the travel. And it's coming up, even though you're unaware of it, it's coming up because turning it down would be a golden opportunity missed. 4 of Cups, a golden opportunity missed. So these golden opportunities come to us, and aren't we coming up to, we're ending out a year of Louvre Savoie. Welcome in. Excuse the pronunciation if it's not correct. This path is going, I feel it's imminent, as in 5 days. And I do feel as though you've been a little emotional yourself. And this has come in, yeah. You've been a little emotional and a little in yourself. Well then, good. Golden opportunities are golden opportunities. Yes. And I feel this path is opening up, and the upset within yourself is like fearful of taking a step forward. There we go. Knight of Wands. Fearful of taking a step forward. 6 of Pentacles. The Pentacles keep coming up. So this is, get your dancing shoes on. Have Nike moments. Just take, it's surprising. If everybody can do it now, it's surprising how we can change our own energy. Just straighten your spine. Take a huge deep breath in. Hold it. And breathe out. And instantly your shoulders relax. Isn't the human body wonderful? I'm cursing mine at the moment, but it really is. The human body is wonderful. We take a huge deep breath in. Hold it. And then relax. I'd go with the Clash. I love the Clash. Oh, Horse-Drawn Portrait, you and I would have the best playlist, I swear. Yes, I do get that deep breathing meditation would actually be good for you. Because it's like, this is on, think of a new moon. Or is it a waning moon where you can see the shadow? It's like on the edge. And I still got the King of Swords at the bottom. Positive action. And I know you've probably all heard it before. Feel the fear and do it anyway. A crescent moon. There you go. Whether waxing or waning. Thank you, Horse-Drawn Portrait. It's like that. I can see it on the edge. So it's coming into being. Has everybody heard the saying, feel the fear and do it anyway? Hello, Tulloch. Welcome in. Yeah, sometimes Horse-Drawn Portrait, we have to feel the fear and do it anyway. And that's how I started out. Your read was starting out by describing me having to suck things up and just do it. And believe it or not, it wasn't the easiest. It was really painful, but it got done. And when you have those moments, you can pat yourself on the back, no matter how major or minor it is. And yeah, I really feel as if you're expecting negativity. So get your dancing shoes on. Horse-Drawn Portrait, you and I could have the best playlist, because the song that came to mind is from an Aussie band, The Angels. That's where the lead singer is actually in a straitjacket at one point. But and then it goes from that album. It actually, see, I'm old-fashioned. I don't use playlists or anything. I'm going back to vinyl record days. Their album went on, it started out with that and it went on to such positivity. I can't remember the name of the song now, but I'm going back to probably 1978 when that one was released. But the album was all about starting out negative and pulling yourself up out of it. It's like there wasn't anything in the world to pull yourself up out of. But I'm talking to an audience that doesn't even remember having to queue for petrol. You know, having to fill up on certain days. So, yeah. I get that, Horse-Drawn Portrait. I get that it's like, I need to give you something so you can pull yourself out of it. Because it's possible. And it is going to happen, but I'd like you to be out of it before the good stuff comes. Because then you can celebrate. Rather than, drag yourself through it. And yes, the Angels do have a very famous song in Australia anyway. That's the best breakup song you'll ever hear. It's, let me get the best breakup song you'll ever hear, and then you can find out who the Angels are. It started out, the breakup song that I'm talking about, started out as a ballad. Okay? And within 2 years, the song became like a rock anthem. Oh, go away. And the concert I'll clip it from, I was actually at. So, there you go. That is the best breakup song ever. Am I ever going to see your face again? And I've said it politely and in good English. The Sun, horse-drawn portrait. I'm convinced of this. Four of Wands. And if you actually Google the band The Angels, you will find all those other songs too. I feel the album ends with Take Me Away to Marseille. But yes, as I said, I'm going back to probably 1978, so don't expect me to remember song for song. But you're not an afterthought. Tell yourself that. And apple. Because I know I need to have... Okie dokie, universal card. Thank you, Evelyn, for the hydrate. I'll have some coffee. Okay. I like the bottom of the deck is my outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. I like that. Because if you make your internal condition a positive one, you do get a positive external experience. Horse-drawn portrait, that suits me just fine. If childhood ends when you stop eating apples, I'm never going to stop being a kid. So it'll be interesting if it does show up as part of your reveal or part of your redeem. But my guide made me look at it, so it was like I have to... My external experience is a part of my internal condition. There we go. 1, 2. You got the cover card. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. I find deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. I don't know whether that's true. I find deeper meaning and probably personal growth amid the discomfort. But seriously, if the universe wants to take me notice, they've got to sprinkle some fairy dust on that discomfort. I can tell you that now. I just looked at the bottom of the deck to see if that other card was still on the bottom of the deck, but it's not. No, I actually like the apple quote because it gives me permission to continue being silly, zany, and kids are resilient. Children are resilient. They're having fun. They fall over, they scrape their knee. They might cry for 2 seconds, but then they get up and they're back out playing. I want that kid energy that's resilient and keeps getting back up. So I'll take that quote. And I will never stop eating apples. So thank you for the quote, Horse-Drawn Portrait. The weird thing is I love apples. I cannot stand applesauce. Cannot stand it. It's like baby food. Or apple juice. Don't like apple juice either. Yet I'll eat apples. You're welcome, Horse-Drawn Portrait. I'm crossing everything that it is. I was right to stick with my guides. You've all heard it when my phone goes off mid-read. I've got tub thumping as my ringtone. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Okay, I hydrated. Evelyn, you're next. And, oh, we had a double join. So there is 6 in the queue now. Or 7. I'm going to see this because when people join at the exact same millisecond, they get added to the list. Thank you for that, Ghostlink. 7. And yet my list is set to 5, so 3 of you joined in the exact same millisecond. No, you're willing to stay there. Suspicious username, I do boost subs, so Charlie and Janine I think will get boosted. But when people join at the exact same millisecond, they get added to the queue. It's weird how that happens. Okay, Evelyn. Now, I only noticed it once before and it surprised me at the exact same millisecond. Snow Kai, haven't seen you for a while. Welcome in. All spots are taken, actually overtaken. So, we're getting there. We're getting there. Now, Evelyn, I feel like you've declined a trip. You've declined a visit that's at a distance. Just yes or no at this stage, Evelyn? No. Okay. Then I have to look at this. Is there a school reunion or class reunion coming up? Don't worry, it doesn't have to be you read. Okay. You're at a major turning point, Evelyn. I've got started out with 3 major arcana. 4. 4 out of 5 cards are major arcana. So I feel as if it's you that's shaking things up. I feel as if you've there's a poker player I admire that says, I need to get the squirrels out of the tree. study away. Hopefully it all sinks in for you straight away. Suspicious username. Okay, because I've got the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. There's major arcana stuff going on. Just gonna... I feel whatever this is, it started in November. And I want to say early November. So whatever it is has been going on for a month. I do feel it relates to your higher intuition. Or your higher self. Okay. There wasn't anything happening. This is all major arcana, and seriously, these cards are well and truly shuffled. So let me... Yeah, that's it. Okay. You were hoping for a reading that directed you to in love because you're sick of the heartbreak. Just let me know if that's the reading you were hoping for. No. Okay. Karen's pain must be setting something off. I got the... Yeah. Can you understand dealing with an overseas connection? And it doesn't have to be love. It's just dealing with an overseas connection. I need to know that I'm getting this right. Okay. It could be work or business that the overseas connection is with. Okay. One thing I do know is that Eight of Swords, you're a bit up in your head. I feel now what's going on around you now is pivotal turning point stuff. So get out of your head. Laugh. Do something that gets you out of your head. Because what's going on now is pivotal. It's like there's a big shake-up. Yeah, I get what you mean. I pick up on typos. I used to be able to read doctors' handwriting. So it was one of my random skills. So even typos, I can pretty much read what was meant. It is a pivotal turning point, but I don't know whether it's a moving of home or whether it's a moving of job. There's movement. It's not welcomed or wanted. And you're finding you're having to stick up for yourself and you're sick of it. You're wanting to move soon. Okay. I feel the wanting to move started back in early November. See, I knew it was right. I just had to get in the right mind space. So getting out of your head is always helpful. And sometimes it's laughter that can get us out of our heads. I was just chewing on an apple and was trying to stifle a cough and remembered what Horse-Drawn Portrait said about apples. And I internally laughed. There you go. Around November. Yes, dang, I was right. I got to stop questioning myself. But I want to say, whatever it is, there's heartache around where you're living at the moment. It's like there's a reminder or a repetition of something that's going on. That's okay, Evelyn. Sometimes it's the words I use. I'm an Aussie. We either talk really blunt or really vague. Whatever it is around you at the moment, it's really upsetting. You may have to break the lease. With the Death card, I feel like it's you taking that action. Queen of Swords is you taking that action. See, I listen to my guides. I do what they say and it works out. I feel you can, but there's a penalty. You can, but there's a penalty. And I feel you can with medical evidence. So if where you are is heartbreaking, distressing, depressive, anxiety inducing, any of that, I feel you can with medical. Now you see what I mean. There you go. And I get the bit about the not having the money to move. I'm in a similar situation. But also, I'd find the money if I had helpers or energy to declutter. My decluttering is going so slow, I may as well be doing it backwards. I've started donating bags. I've donated 10 bags to thrift stores. And trust me, I never buy anything that's not genuine. Then just keep it in mind, because I feel there's going to be an opportunity. Evelyn, there's going to be an opportunity. And it's pivotal. It's like you're forever home. So see, what starts out as weird and random, I can't really answer that question, because I feel as if one of you is a very modern, like, what are the apps here in Australia? Temu, for example, gadgetry, modern gadgetry. Lady Palace Athena, welcome in. Haven't seen you for ages, but welcome back. So, Evelyn, it's hard for me to answer that question. In Australia, we have apps like Temu, which I do believe is worldwide. That's why I'm picking it. It's like, oh, that looks handy. So you get it. And it just adds to... It's like you're looking to create... There you go. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Because yes, it may be handy. Yes, you may use it. Yes, it's cheap. But if you're not using it in the next 6 months, haven't you just wasted money? Look, I'm the first to admit that there's things that I've got like a year ago that are now being used that would have cost me double had I waited till now. So okay, Universal card. I was just about to click the next. So, but I do feel as if, yeah, there's major change and you're going to be the one shaking it up. And it depends on people's age. In youth, debt is something that we accumulate to get ahead. And it does get paid off. When you get older, that's when the debt is actually shaking it up in a must-do way. There's no good or bad way. Sometimes you just have to. And I feel in your case it's a have-to thing. I feel it's a have-to thing. Okay, that was quick. I honor how I want to feel, and you got the card that I pointed out before. My outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. So every time you have a thought that is equaling you to the drama you have, flip the thought. So I can, because house-wise, I'm doing the same thing. Yes, I know it has to happen. I've put it out to the universe that it has to happen. But we have to work with the universe. And so I've started donating. I keep a bag and I add to it every day to go to the thrift store. Because the less I have to move, the less expensive it'll be. So start thinking, how can I word something that's painful positively? Work with the universe, not against it. Well, there you go. And every time I put something in the thrift store bag, I say, thank you, universe, we're getting there. So work out ways where you can see it positively. It's like, in my case, I'm saying, I'm having a glow up in a time where people just see the glow up. They don't see the work. Of course they're going to be jealous because I'm awesome. That's just an example. Sinful. It is you. Sorry, Evelyn. I took another bite of my apple. What's the right on. Hippie 60s, right on. Yeah. So if we change our wording, you know, people will make assumptions about us based on what they see. And what they see, well, in my case, for example, I told you about taking my bin out last night. I've got a 10-metre driveway. And I sucked it up. I took in a deep breath, told myself I could do it, and I just did it. But any observer that was to see that would just see a person taking their bin out. They don't see how difficult it is for me. So yeah, they're going to be jealous. Because I just suck it up and do it. And it's backfired on me bureaucratically. Because I'm a determined person, bureaucratically it's backfired. Now, sinful doesn't usually disappear. So I'm thinking away from keyboard. Let's see, if I put the list up. Okay, Ghostling. If you pop up, please. Hello. You don't want to know what I almost typed in, but I had the L and the I right. Okay. Thank you, Scorpio. Yes, I know you're there. I need to eat apple. I need to get food in. But Ghostling, can you understand you're wanting more information on manifesting things? Okay. You could have asked when you first came in, when I was eating my apple, and told everybody that they could ask whatever question they wanted. But to attract, you have to act. And I feel like that action is very slow going. Yeah. You're dreaming of it, but you feel as if no one sees you. Yeah, a heartache. That's okay. I feel as if no one sees you. I feel as if you're trying to manifest, but you're not acting. And to attract anything in life, we have to act towards it. Yes, put it out to the universe. Open palms, put it out to the universe as a wish. But then you have to take action. So if you're wanting to be more of part of a community, you have to act. And I feel like you're battling against heartache. Yeah. The past still pops up as painful. Can you understand that, Ghostling? The past still pops up as painful. Sometimes those painful pasts are lessons. And yes, some of those lessons are not our fault at all. I did something that, let's see, I did it probably about 12 months ago, 14 months ago now, where I actually said the only thing that my past had or past experiences have in common are me. And when I looked at my past experiences that were impeding on my future, I said, well, what lesson was that there to teach me? What lesson did I learn from it? And I went through it all. Even the really crappy stuff that was someone else's doing. I said to myself, what lesson was it there to teach me? What lesson can I get from it? And I wiped the slate clean. By doing that process, I wiped the slate clean. Because I took ownership of the little acts that were my doing. And sometimes those little acts can be, I didn't stand up for myself. Or I kept returning when things weren't ideal. So take ownership of those little things. Trust me, at the end of the process, you don't feel so powerless. Because yes, there is a universal energy, but that universal energy blessed us with free will. And sometimes free will ain't free. Sometimes it costs us a lot. But we do have that free will. The universal cards are popular today. Because I feel there's desires, but there's a need to act. There's a need to get out there. It's a lot on the body, but if you do what I said and have a look at the lessons you could learn from your experiences, you will understand what free will is. We have the free will to say yes or no to certain turning points. And sometimes we're careless and we say yes to things because we think they're what we desire. Not because they make us feel good, or not because they're the right thing to do. And we end up paying a price. That's why I say free will isn't that free. Okay. Okay. And my guides don't do that because of my poor shuffling. That's weird because I had that discussion with some of my spiritual friends on Sunday. How a lot of people, it's theatre. The cards that pop out, it's so-called spirit. It's like, no, it's crappy shuffling. And sometimes my guides take longer than normal. I'm picking up a loneliness as I'm shuffling the universal deck. but also a questioning on a breadcrumbing energy. It's like, you know, they're not good for you. There we go. Happiness is a birthright. Both on happiness. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. So call it God or whatever you like, but your happiness is a direct reflection on the level of the faith that you have in that universal power. So build up your faith. Just by those universal cards, I'm picking up that you feel as if the universe has shat on you. It hasn't. Exactly. It's like it's given you the people in your life to build that respect in yourself. And the only person that can make you truly happy is yourself. As the card said, happiness is a birthright. Do babies think of, they do cry, but they're not actually thinking, I'm not getting what I want, so I'm unhappy? No, they cry because they haven't learnt verbal communication yet. Trust me, once a toddler learns verbal communication, you'll find out exactly what they want. They don't mince words. And that's why I loved it when Horse Drawn Portrait said about the apples. Yeah, make the choice to be happy. And happiness is your birthright. So, yes, I did pick up the sad energy, but I also picked up the lonely energy, the yearning energy. And just know, take action in your life, even if it is going to a supermarket or grocery store. Or in my case, like a thrift store. I took 2 bags to the thrift store 2 weeks ago. And the gentleman I handed things over to actually did give me a discount voucher. And it's like, I'm not going into the thrift store to shop for anything. But I was able to give that voucher to somebody else. So do you see how I got a positive reinforcement from it, but I was able to say, it's not for me at the moment, so I'll give it to somebody else? The breadcrumber you're dealing with, just say that. You're not for me, but I'll give you to someone else. See ya. Okay, sinful. And I feel I've lost viewers for some reason. Streamlabs is showing me less viewers than what I've got in the queue. Yes, I know, but like you, Scorpio, I know the people that just switch off and go walkabout. And I know the people that usually hang around. So I'm just taking it that Sinful must have something really important interrupting. But I get to have some apple. Thank you, Scorpio. But I'm just moving you to live anyway. So it's your turn, Scorpio. You're ready when I am. Good. Oh, you've started bossing up in your own life. Can you understand that, Scorpio? You've started bossing up in your own life? I feel as if it's a burden on you to slow things down. That's what I'm picking up. 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. It's a burden on you to slow things down. Relax. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're finding it difficult to relax here. There you are. Meditate. Seriously, meditation. I'm a huge proponent of the benefits of meditation. If you want to look at medical related stuff regarding meditation or prayer, whatever you want to call it, Google it. You can all Google stuff. Oh, apple skin. Sorry. But I do feel as if oh, I get the missing the nicotine bit. The headaches are the worst. However, I feel as if you're looking to escape and feel trapped. And it's like, yeah, it's like you can't see a way out. And the way out you can see is being blocked for some reason. It's okay. Yeah. But you're looking for your way out in the form of relationships. 10 of Cups. You're looking at it. My way out is via a relationship. And no, it's not. Okay, I have to say this. You're looking for... Yeah, but you've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. I feel both are going to happen at the same time. You just need to get unstuck from the rest side of things, from the relaxation, up in your head, thinking things through, to the doing side of things. 3 of Pentacles. And this is a crazy world we're living in. So the doing things that comes to my head isn't necessarily going to be the doing things that work in the modern world. I don't think you're doing things wrong, Scorpio. I really don't. I do not believe you're doing things wrong. Make sure that you stand up for yourself with the Six of Swords here, you know, and the High Priestess. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Make sure you set your boundaries. Because some people in this life test us. It's sort of like, well, how far can I push this line and get my own way? And the sooner we start putting up boundaries, the sooner other people know that we're not to be messed with. I feel as if you've allowed certain behaviours that freak you out. Yeah, then start saying you don't like that behaviour, or when that behaviour happens, you want to back off. If they keep doing it after you've said you're not okay with it, keep stepping back. Yes, there are some compromises we have to make, but we have to see that the other person acknowledges that we're not okay with it. That's okay, Sinful. You're still in the queue. Then look for the next door. Scorpio, look for the next door. I feel as if I'm getting the image of a group of people here. And it's only one individual that hasn't respected your boundaries. There were at least two. Then they're not your group. Because I've got friends from all walks of life. And one thing that we have for each other is respect and admiration. And I'm talking about someone I went to kindergarten with, so well over 50 years ago. And we're still in contact now. We're very different, but we respect each other. I can't see, the only thing I can say is the Ace of Cups did come out. And I felt like the Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles were going to appear together. So that question can only be answered by you, Scorpio. Remember, you're the common denominator. Okay, which oracle would you like, Scorpio? I have Vintage Wisdom, Sign of the Times, Law of Positivism, Magic of Unicorns, Energy and Spirit, or the 13th oracle, Sign of the Times. That was a quick one. That was a quick one. I wouldn't be at all surprised if a caution card may come up. I feel like there's still a need to be out and about. Twitchy is glitchy. It did work on my end, the redeem, so I got last minute notification that my internet is going to go out tomorrow. So talk about it was less than 12 hours notice. Out and about. Okay, hope. Out and about, meaning be active. Be active in life. Okay, rainbow, hope. And this is by Crystal Banner. When a rainbow appears in the sky, seemingly out of nowhere, it can seem like magic or a sign. Rainbows are a symbol of hope and luck because they represent the vibrant beauty that follows a storm, both literally and figuratively. Rainbows appear in other unexpected ways, such as shimmering reflection from the sun splayed on a wall, or in a child's scribbled drawing. Children display the carefree and hopeful vibe of this energy. Isn't that something I just said? It all started with horse-drawn portraits, thing about the apple. So when they incorporate rainbows into their art, they are truly reflecting the positivity that the rainbow represents. When this sign shows up for you, it's time to try looking at the glass as being half full. You have been through a difficult time, but this rainbow is a beautiful message of endless possibility and wonder. A sign of healing and forward momentum. These are wonderful things waiting for you at the end of this symbolic rainbow. So have faith. Better days ahead. Let go of previous struggles. Take inspiration from children. And that's another theme that's been in this stream, is at the beginning, children are like, oh, you're in my sandpit, we'll play together, you're my friend. And as children grow up, they naturally put up what they expect. And they're definitely vocal about it. So start being vocal about what you expect. And be willing, as children, be willing to walk away if it doesn't meet your needs. Like, children will do it with silly things like, you know, I want to use the blue paint. No, use another colour. A child will chuck a tantrum. But that's how we learn to compromise. And I feel as if, Scorpio, you need to set your boundary. If it's not respected, turn. Don't totally walk out, but turn and give your attention to someone else. Because I'm picking up that it's in the same environment. Oh. Now, I've just dropped things, so give me a second. Got it. That's okay. Be willing, wherever you socialize. Be willing to walk away from the people that don't respect you. And I do get that we're supposed to have great technology and great resources and all of that now. And someone from my church is pretty text happy. And they send me a text and I read it thoroughly. I sent them a text explaining why I couldn't make an event. And then they sent me 3 other texts about how the event was actually going to lift me up. And I'm like, as I said before, I'm a Scorpio that way. It's like, do I have to repeat myself for the 5th time? As I said before. So, Scorpio, hopefully I've explained same environment to you sufficiently. Where you socialise. It might not be that person. It might be someone else that sees what's happening and thinks, didn't you say that last week? And I do know that does socially happen, but no, I'm probably the only one that does it. If I hear something repeated, I'll interrupt and say, but didn't you speak that last week? Didn't you say that last week? Wasn't that sorted out last week? And I'm probably the only person that verbalizes it. Everybody else thinks it, but I just blurt it out. My brain and my mouth have no filter in between. Then they may not be interested in the way you think. Go with who respects you. If you have respect, you can communicate. If someone doesn't hear you or is ignoring you, do they deserve a repetition of 3 times? No. And I know Sinful's back, but with that said, I'm going to have to go for a walk. Oh, I hear you with that one. I hear you with that one. Sometimes the environments we find ourselves in are like an Alice in Wonderland nightmare. And yet we know we're supposed to be there. I take it as that knowing to me is coming from a higher place than just individual people. And I'll leave it there, Scorpio, because I do have to go for a walk and I do have to finish my apple at the same time. So, yeah. See? You describe it as an Alice in Wonderland nightmare. And I'm in a similar situation socially. But something is telling me I need to be there. Have a think about that one, Scorpio. And I'll be back as soon as I can. Okay, I am back. And Sinful, it is you next. I'm sorry it took me so long, but I really did need to finish my apple. I was starving. It's 4:30 and that was my lunch. Okay, and we've had Snowkai, you've joined in. Oh. And Y2K Dream, welcome in. First time. You'll have to check out how it goes. And yes, the Y2K, which was now 25 years ago, 26 years ago almost, I was working for a company on the Y2K problem, where we were going from double-digit years to 2000. And yes, kept me busy. But Sinful, hopefully Sinful is still hanging around, because yes, still in the viewers. And it was a challenging time. A lot of people don't recognise how challenging. But, there you go. I don't have to retype turn then. Ha. My typing skills used to be much, much better. But I do feel as if there's a culture shift where you live. Sinful, can you understand that? There's a culture shift where you live. No. So you don't live near a bikie club or anything like that? No. Okay. I need to shift decks then. Here we go. It's the first time today where I've been told to shift decks. Okay. Because all of today I've struggled and it's been, no, stick with it, stick with it, stick with it. And just now, shift decks. I feel as if you're relaxing for the first time and there's laughter. Just let me know if that resonates. Oh, the Fool on the bottom. I feel it does. There you go. And the Fool energy. I love this Fool card because it's sort of like everybody Wang Chung tonight. Everybody have fun tonight. Seriously. Music-wise, I grew up in the right time and lived a life. Otherwise, I think I grew up in the wrong time. Okay. Are you planning on attending a restaurant? King of Cups. Three of Cups. I feel it's a restaurant. I get restaurant vibes. Okay, I feel as if there's been a shift in a date change. It's like something's been postponed. Something you were looking forward to, something you were happy about has been postponed. I'm sticking with it. Not that you can think of. Then if there's something coming up in the next week, do not flip out if it gets postponed. So please let me know if there's something upcoming in the next week. Don't flip out if it gets postponed. I feel as if there's a lot of priority shifting. Okay, and it's priority shifting in your favor. Only you can't see it. Hey, Janine. No, you're next in the reads. You feel as if somebody's forgotten about you. I'm sticking with this simple because I know that what's coming through is correct. They're not. They're just focused on something different. You can't see it. And yet your mind has gone straight to catastrophe thinking. Yeah, everything is still straightforward, but you're feeling ignored. The world. It's like whatever has shifted this focus, you cannot see. Just trust that it's important. The Wheel of Fortune. You've got the World and the Wheel of Fortune. Seriously, I'm not kidding here. Yeah, your thinking has gone straight to catastrophe, tower. And I want to say your thinking may even have gone to an even darker place of third party situation. I haven't got the devil in the read, so I'm not going to that place. But I feel your mind may have. I can do the universal card. Just let me know. I feel your mind may have. The universal card seems to be popular. But please do not flip out if something gets postponed. Or something gets shifted. Do not freak out. Just ask, okay then, when were you thinking? You know, I just heard Helen Reddy's I am woman. I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore. Aussie singer, a popular hit in the States from what I understand. Okay, let's see. Were you considering walking away? Sinful, can you understand why I'm picking up considering walking away? Okay. I feel sleepless nights, and I feel the lack of sleep actually made that feeling more real. Okay, here we go. I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again, I choose love. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. And just for clarification, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. So whatever it is you're facing here, as I said, I feel your mind has gone to third party. I'm not willing to call it as that because I don't have the devil in the read. But I see you turning your thoughts into a healing matter. Conflict is coming out as growth. And I feel you're putting faith in yourself again. And hopefully that universe will totally resonate with it. There you go. Put faith in yourself again. I always say that you guys want these cards, but at the same time, have faith in you. We never know how strong we are until we have to use it. And sometimes that can be a lonely experience. Other times it can be a supportive experience. But I'll leave it with you there, Sinful. And I'll send you healing thoughts. And hopefully you'll get a good rest. But there's a major shift and I feel like you're doing the shifting. It's like you're starting to stand up for yourself. Someone may not like it, but you're starting to stand up for yourself. So good on you. But please do not freak out if there's an adjustment in a postponement in something that was supposed to happen. Don't freak out. Okie dokie. Now, Janine, you are next. And my guides have told me I may have to clarify one of these cards. Okay. Oh, thank you, Sinful. Sending you healing thoughts so you can catch up on sleep. Hey, Janine. I feel work's on your mind at the moment. Melody, welcome in. Okay. Let's see. I need to turn over the cards. My God said turn over the cards. Okay. I feel as if there's a clash in a cooperative teamwork thing. Oh, Melody, you don't want my drama today. Janine, can you understand why I'm picking up a clash in a teamwork thing? Okay. Okay. They're immovable. It's good for the most part. But I want to say the other person can't be moved, can't be shifted. And intuitively, you know they're seeking what you're seeking. Yeah. But it makes it difficult to work with the person. I feel like there might be, on your part, strong feelings towards this person. Okay, I think that's... I feel there may be sort of romantic thoughts. There's definitely admiration. Not really. There's definitely strong admiration. No, it's the person that you said yes to everything else. So it's the same person. No, I'm going to stick with this. It's this person. I do have to clarify one card. They may already be partnered up, but it doesn't, like, we can look at reality and yet we can still have thoughts that thank you for putting up the queue, Snow Kai. I may actually have to close it because I've got 5 in the queue. Okay, then I want to say there's deep admiration. That's okay. It's okay if you're straight. There's deep admiration. I get what you mean by it doesn't resonate, but there's deep admiration or envy. It's something deep. You get annoyed by it. I picked that up at the start. That it makes it difficult to work with them, but there's still some deep admiration here. Let me clarify. It could be the success level they've reached. And the success level they've reached could annoy you, but if you were honest with yourself, it'd be admiration. I've got people around me like that I quite often wonder, well, what did they do to get that? Because I feel is skill level, you're skilled. You're more skilled than this person. No, it's like they don't take up your headspace. Base chakra, that makes sense at the bottom of the deck. I'm clarifying the judgment card that came out here. I knew I'd have to clarify one. I feel as if this person makes you lose your words. And it might be the person they're with. And you wonder why, how did somebody like this get them? Mark, thank you for subbing. 34 months subversary. One of my very first subbers. How's your channel going, Mark? Must have been busy. Not really. I get that it doesn't take up much of your headspace, but there's something this person has that you could quite easily have. You haven't been on Twitch or streaming. I don't know whether to say congratulations or not, but I'm working with Janine at the moment, so I've got to get this right. It's sort of like you mirror each other's path. No, I'm not referring to the teammate. I'm referring to the client. It's like different choices at different parts of life have led to different outcomes. And the client seems to have had an easy walk. Yes, that's what I'm picking up on, Janine. I knew I was. I want to say they might be a little bit more manipulative than what you experience. I do feel as if while you were studying, they were getting everybody else to do this work. Or while you were busy grinding, doing the right thing, they were busy manipulating situations. I can't be specific in the manipulative part. I might be using a strong word. Being an Aussie, we either use strong words or we're vague. See, Janine, I know when I've got to stick with something. The thought came to you yesterday and I'm picking up on it today. I feel this client is going to have a positive impact on your internal dialogue, on what you say to yourself. Keep going with the project, because I feel as if they're holding a mirror up to you. They're saying, yes, you could have all of this. However, you would be this kind of person. So keep going with the project. I feel it's going to have a positive impact on how you view your own circumstance. Because you feel as if you haven't lived. You feel as if you've worked and haven't lived. Or haven't got anywhere. Oops. Oh, good one, Karen. Sorry, I've just sent everything flying. That's what happens when your balance goes out. I'll have them after this. Thank you. Yes, so keep working with this person, because I feel as if your internal dialogue is going to shift. You're going to see, if all of your dreams had have come true early on, you're going to see the person you would have become. And you're not going to like it. They'll become easier to work with. I do need to tell you that. Intuitively, you know that this is a pivotal point in life, like destiny. Destiny brought the two of you together. And I feel as if you know what I'm talking about here. No, I don't get that they'll be hard to work with for you. I'm sorry I said it in that way, Janine. As I said, I'm Aussie. We say it either we use the harshest word possible, or we're vague. That's what being Aussie is. We don't mince our words. But you'll actually see that this person is more alone than what you are. As I said, the feeling I was picking up on, it might not have been romantic. It could have been jealousy. It could have been like envy of how they got to where they are. It could have been a whole series of other emotions. Keep working with this person. This person is going to... Corners are going to turn and shift. Yeah, this person is going to allow you to turn corners. And I do feel as if you also know why I'm picking up that this is it was destined that the two of you were working together. It's almost like it makes you free. It's wonderful when we come across people like that all of a sudden the star shines. I get that you're trying to figure it out, but once you do figure it out, this person is going to seem really boring to you. And your life is going to seem like a glow up. It's like sometimes we have to interact with people that all of a sudden... Have you ever had a conversation with someone where all of a sudden you walk away thinking, oh, my life's not that bad? And you go out and make your life better. Eventually, it will seem boring. Eventually. There we go. Eventually, it will seem boring. Because I feel as if this person was destined to cross your path. And I know I said romantic feelings earlier, but I do actually feel that it makes you braver in that department. And I'm going to leave it there because this reading's a bit... You know how I said it was holding up a mirror? It's sort of holding up a mirror to me too. So it's getting a bit weird for me in that respect. And hopefully that resonates, Janine. And I do have to have some medication because I'm still battling through pain. And I'm going to have to check who else is in the queue. Okay. Snow Kai, Y2K Dream and Melody Addict. I'm going to have to stop after I do Charlie's read. You're welcome, Janine. I'm sorry it was so disjointed. But as I said, it was holding a mirror up for me too, so it was a little bit difficult. Ah, no, don't spiral with what if scenarios. It's a meant to be collaboration. So, Charlie. Okay, I will be doing Charlie's read and then unfortunately I am going to have to go. I'm actually struggling with a great deal of pain right now. Hola, Charlie. And so that means I won't be able to redeem... I won't be able to do any redeems, Charlie. Like redeeming an oracle or anything like that. I won't be able to do that. Okie dokie. Not too good at the moment, Charlie. I'm in a lot of pain at the moment. So thank you for asking, but I'll get there. I'll get through your read. You're in two minds about whether to give up on something. That's okay. I've been told there is a delay. I'm working with it as best I can. Can you understand about yourself being in two minds? A little bit. Okay. Two minds. I feel as if you're tossing around the idea of the person you desired. You're wanting to leave that alone. Just let me know where that fits, Charlie. It's as if you decided they're not for you and you don't know how to handle it. Someone's a little too demanding. It's a good choice for you though, Charlie. It's taken a long time for you to make this decision. Okay. Can you understand her making demands of you that you don't think you can offer? Ace of Cups. I get the two minds now, Charlie. Okay, I'm not picking up demanding stuff. I'm picking up demanding of your time. And it's not balanced with anything returning to you. Okay, yeah. It seems to go backwards and forwards. And you're wanting a bit more certainty. You're wanting things to be clearer. Okay. Okay. I feel as if the balance that you're desiring long term is a struggle at times. I'm just picking up that there's an imbalance in the situation. And yes, you do need to focus on yourself. Now, I know you will rewatch that read in the VODs, Charlie. It was hard to deliver, but I see you being in two minds, wondering, you've committed, but the other person hasn't. So yes, taking it slow is one thing, but you sometimes feel that you're being dragged along. Oh, you feel it's okay. I'm glad my English is okay, Charlie. I've tried to speak slowly. But I feel as if there's an imbalance in for sure, as in a definite yes. So yes, I know you'll watch the VOD again, Charlie, but thank you for that. I feel as if you're going to require some reciprocal energy, because I feel there's someone's not reciprocating what you give, and you're wanting to work equally as hard. Anniversaries. I've had to close the queue. I'm not doing the best at the moment. Thank you, Charlie, and hopefully I will see you again next week. Until then, stay safe, well, and happy, everyone. Oh, thank you for that, Anniversaries. Thank you all for the big hugs. And I will see you all next week, and I will be brighter and better, I promise. Mwah.